Hi, I'm Tim, and welcome to WatchYouWant.com. Once again, Panerai goes to the well of their history and comes back with a bucket load. You're looking at the Luminor Marina 1953 Days PAM00422, and this watch is emblematic of everything Panerai does right. In fact, this might be the archetypical Panerai Luminor. Let's start with the dial. You can see that it has the distinctive Panerai Luminor sandwich. Now that includes a stencil that's a cutout image of the indexes and the numerals placed over a solid disc of lume. Now you put the stencil over the disc of lume, and when you see the watch in person you can see the depth of the stencil stretching down through those indexes and numerals down to the lume, and when the lume is glowing at night it projects upward along the walls of the stencil outward through the dial, creating a blaze that has not just tremendous radiance but tremendous texture to it that's completely unique to Panerai watches. And in this case, the lume is the distinctive dirty dial, simulated radium patina. Now in Panerai watches of this style, this particular case that we call the Luminor, or in this case the Luminor 1950, actually came about in the late 40s, added the device protecting the crown, this nifty signature crescent-shaped crown guard and locking lever, in the 1950s. And watches from that period tend to develop an aged look on their dial as the radium fades the lume to a dull brown. And our founder and CEO, O.J. Watley, quite a Panerai fan in his own right and an authority, actually coined the term dirty dial to describe that on the Panerai watches, and the term is stuck. So you have the dirty dial here, but you also have the subtlety of rose gold hands. With that little dirty dial lume inserted, it's very subtle. The transition from the lume to the rose gold to the dial is smooth, visually consonant, very upscale. And again, because this isn't some sort of vintage military dive watch, the finish is what you'd expect of a modern luxury watch. So you get the paramilitary look without the compromise of mass production. Now, when you continue outward, you can see that it's an alternately polished and brushed assembly. The brushing is on the crescent guard of the device protecting the crown and the locking lever, and the polishing is on the case flanks, the lugs, and the bezel. Very beautiful, really comes across as a high-quality piece in the hand, and in addition to being 47 millimeters, as opposed to the original Luminor 44, the 1950 case is highly contoured. On the side, it really takes up volume and compound curves that add a lot of definition and character to it. It seems less utilitarian and more upscale, just in keeping with the modern mission of Panerai. Now on the back, you see another modern refinement and development of Panerai's luxury watch years, a manufacture movement. This is light years removed from the Italian amphibious combat grunts who were crawling around in the mud with old pocket watches. The bottom line is that this is built entirely in Panerai's exclusive manufacture in Switzerland's Neuchâtel. It is the 3001 caliber, which is special for two reasons. First, because it has a 3-day power reserve, which is far more than the industry standard 42, and second, because it gives you a power reserve display discreetly embedded in the case back, 0123. You can check the wind status of your watch without marring the classical Luminor Marina dial, and that's great because it gives you the utility. It even gives you the conversation factor, the conversation starter, and the gee whiz aspect of having a complication, but you don't spoil that historic Panerai military aesthetic. Now, the aged vintage patina look extends to the strap, which in the Panerai tradition is calf leather, not alligator, but untreated in this case. It has a dull, almost saddle brown color to it with a little bit of variation because this is untreated leather. It's a natural product. It's naturally varied, and it's beautiful because of it. You can see that the strap, which features a lightly contrasted stitch, actually has a little bit of a simulated patina to the thread as well, which is a sort of darkened tan or off-white. Again, just completes that look between the dirty dial, the rose gold hands, the untreated calf leather, and that off-white stitch. It's a beautiful, coherent effort at a modern tribute watch to the vintage diver without any of the compromises inherent in old military watches. Beautifully finished, it wears beautifully, and it's available with a complete set of accessories from WatchYouWant.com. Not only are we the global authority in luxury watches pre-owned, we are the global authority in Panerai watches. This is where we got our start over 15 years ago. Like I said, our founder and CEO, O.J. Watley, is a prolific Panerai collector and authority, and he has very strong opinions on what makes the perfect Panerai. This watch right here, a Luminor with the classical dial, Luminor Marina with the small seconds, this is pretty close to the ideal. And equipped with full Panerai accessories, it also includes a swappable leather strap with a jeweler's tool, so you can start the Panerai strap swapping habit as soon as you take delivery. If you want to go in the pool, you're already set with a high quality factory strap. And if you want to buy an aftermarket strap to change the look of the watch, more formal, less formal, more rugged, more delicate, whatever, you have that jeweler's tool included in the set. So you can jump right into the world of Panerai, become one of the Paneristi, join the club, learn the handshake with this PAM00422, available from watchyouwant.com. Check it out. Check out our other quality pre-owned Panerai luxury watches and all of our luxury watch selection. I'm confident that you will find the watch you want.